Park Hotel in Pendik, Istanbul. The time is now. East versus West 10, 1 day away. And everybody's favourite, the presser. You do get a feeling, you do get an understanding from the tension in the air that this could be something a little unique. One more time. Engin Terzi put together a pretty big card here, mate, and I think it's fair to say that in all the time we've been in this sport, this might be the best collective of arm wrestlers that you've ever assembled.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. It may be the best that anybody assembled, yeah.
And the main event match here, this has been a long time coming, but the emotion, the tension, the drama that's been created by this main event is like nothing we've ever seen before.
Yeah. That was normally I get tired during this week, East versus West week, but because of the stress of the main match in different ways, like I'm double tired and exhausted this time, yeah. Thanks to the main match, yeah.
So we got a lot to get through. Let's get into our match action and meet some of our arm wrestlers who are going to contest tomorrow night's matches. First of all, Rosa Maria Acosta starts the card off against Fia Rasic. We'll come to Rosa Maria first. You get the dubious honor of being the first person on East versus West 10. How does it feel going against one of the biggest and most established names in the female sport today in Fia Rasic?
So first of all, obviously, I'm very glad to be here. It's an honor and it's a pleasure to be here representing my nation. So yeah, basically, I'm very, very grateful. I'm ready for it.
And we'll go over to your opponent, Fia Rasic. Fia, an opponent change, a bigger opponent now. But do you feel like you still have the pressure? You're the big name, you're the established name. This is the biggest card in the world. Do you carry a lot of weight of expectation going into this?
What did you mean? That I carry expectations?
Yes, I mean, you are expected by many people to win. I think if we went around the room, not as many people are familiar with Rosa Maria. You are the person that we've seen win in the WAL, in the PAL. We've seen you all over the world in every major promotion, and always you are the champion. You're from the Swedish machine. Does that add pressure?
No, I don't feel the pressure.
Do you fear bigger opponents, or are you concerned about bigger opponents? Obviously, there's a significant size advantage here, and a lesser-known name. Does that size concern you at all?
I like it, since I didn't have Gladkaya anymore for competition. I see this as a big opponent, and it feels very exciting and fun to face heavier opponents. I haven't done that in this kind of event before.
Yeah, this match normally was Irina Gladkaya versus Fia Rasic, and Irina had to postpone the match for some reason. And I said, Fia, you know, I'm going to cancel your match because in your category, it was going to be a world title match. Not many people that can pull against Fia. So she said that I don't want to cancel the match. And I said, Rosa won the East versus West qualification, and Rosa took second place in WAF in 2022 in the heavyweight division. And she said, yeah, I want to pull her. But I said, she's heavier than you. And she said, yeah, I believe in myself, and I'm going to pull. And so it's how it went, right? When we talk on the phone?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Anyways, and Rosa won last year the finals for the East versus West qualification event. And now here we are, and then we will see. Rosa has very strong wrist, while Fia has incredible top roll. Tomorrow we will find out.
I wanted to just ask Rosa one more question. Obviously, you've got the experience at the WAF. We saw you in the qualifier, but today, or tomorrow, I should say, the big stage. This is something a little different. Are you feeling the difference in this competition? Do you feel more nervous than you have before, Rosa?
Obviamente me encuentro nerviosa como todos los atletas, pero estoy muy emocionada, es un gran reto, la miro a ella como una campeona y voy por ese título. Sé que no va a ser fácil y el peso contrarresta la experiencia que ella tiene. Voy por ese título, me siento muy emocionada.
So I'm very excited about this. Obviously, this is going to be a great challenge. Obviously, yes, he has more experience, but I'm heavier, and I think anyway I'm going to have advantage over this.
Fantastic start to the card tomorrow. Rosa Maria Acosta and Fia Reisic, two top-ranked female pullers, will kick us off. And going to our second matchup, this is interesting. I want to come to you first, Engin. Frank Lamparelli. A guy that, for the purest arm wrestler, has been around this sport forever. He's a big-framed arm wrestler, but a little-known name. Many people may not know about Frank's pedigree. What put this man into your mind?
One of the reasons that I wanted to organize East versus West was because of the athletes who are pulling it off are very strong guys, but are not known by the majority of the fans. So Frank is one of them, and we know that he has a deadly top roll. And from other side, I know Matt Mask is the same way. And it is gonna be a battle of top roll, and then we will see who has the better one.
Now, Frank, let's come to you first. This is a chance for you to derail the comeback of one of the most famous, one of the most exciting arm wrestlers in the sport. Big opportunity, mate. Do you feel like you match up well with Matt Mask, stylistically?
Sono onorato di rappresentare l'Italia qui a questo show, questa grande competizione. Sono contento di avere la possibilità di fare questa sfida contro Mask, che è un grande campione canadese. Niente, sarà dura, io ce la metto tutta e poi si vedrà chi è il più forte. Tra l'altro, visto dal vivo è anche più bello che visto sul telefono, quindi no, sono contento di tirare con... sarà una bella sfida. Come matchup non saprei, sarà dura, però vediamo come va.
So first of all, he thanks Engin and thanks everyone and say that he's proud to bring the Italian flag on this stage and that it is an enormous opportunity and the biggest stage ever. So he thanks Engin for organizing everything. And secondly, he says that Matt Mask looks way better in real life compared to in his phone. So he's happy and grateful to be able to face a great Canadian athlete like Matt Mask. And regarding the style matchup, he said that it will be a really tough match, but he can't say if he has an advantage or Matt has an advantage. So he just said that it will be a very difficult match.
Now, I want to ask Frank also, he's got a person in his country, Hermes Gasparini, who has extensive experience pulling Matt Mask. Have you got a little bit of insight from Hermes? Has Hermes given you any tips, any suggestions on how you might deal with Matt Mask and his style? And also, how does Hermes feel you match up? Does Hermes think you've got this?
No, non ho chiesto consigli ad Hermes, né mi sono allenato con lui. E comunque Hermes dà la vittoria a Matt Mask, quindi mi dà perdente.
He didn't train with Hermes, he didn't ask anything. any tips. He did not ask anything. And also, Hermes is giving Matt Mask as a winner. So that's all.
Let's come over to the wild horse, Matt Mask.
Before you ask, I want to ask Matt. Matt, which one would you prefer? Someone like Prudnik, such a provocative guy, or such a nice guy like Lamparelli?
Engin, you know, every single time you've asked me who I'd prefer to pull, every single time I've answered, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much exactly that.
I want to say that at the last moment, Michael Todd was going to be commentator. His mother passed away, rest in peace. And so he didn't feel good. He didn't come, and I asked Matt, maybe after your match, you would be the commentator. And then I was like, no, we would have to put a lot of beep, 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 you know? Yeah. And he just proved the point, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you said I couldn't do it on live pay-per-view tomorrow, so I figure I'd do her live YouTube today. So,
Matt, you've been on a bit of a roller coaster of late, mate. We've seen your ups, we've seen your downs, and everybody feels like they go on this with you. Your last outing was against a legend, Ron Bath, and you looked incredible. Managed to run over. That must have put you on a bit of an emotional high. Have you managed to improve since that match?
I feel I've probably improved a little bit before that since I've had that match. As for being on a high after taking down someone like Ron, if it had been a battle and it was an older version, a younger version of Ron that I was facing, I would have been a little more of a high, but I don't feel I ended up pulling the best version of Ron Bath that had ever stepped to the table, so I'm still kind of skeptical about exactly where I feel I stand and where my strengths are right now, so that was more just a warm-up. I hope Ron, I know he's going to come back stronger than he has, so tomorrow will actually be the real test to see where I feel I stand in this sport today. So.
Now also, Matt, we know, as you've just said, you don't really care about who you're going to face, but was this guy on your radar before the match was discussed? Did you know of Frank? Were you aware of him?
Engin messaged me up and he said, how would you like to pull Frankie Lamparelli? And I said, absolutely, set it up. It was about 5 minutes after that I went to YouTube and I said, who the fuck is Frankie Lamparelli and how do I spell his name? So there's not a whole lot of intel on there about him, but I can say the little bit that I did see, I seen that his hand looks very, very powerful. He's got a beastly wrist that looks like it's almost impossible to crack back. So right away, as soon as I seen that, especially I seen his match with Georgie that he had last year, I knew regardless what kind of shape I came in, I knew it wasn't going to be an easy task. So, and I'm a firm believer, lately I've been feeling a little bit more about myself, how I react to matches and how I perform. And I've noticed the more nervous I am coming into them, the better I perform. And this dude fucking makes me nervous as fuck, so.
I wanted to ask you one more question before we move forward, Matt. Obviously, we've seen you get the excellent wins, we've seen you take the heavy defeats, but if you could map out your own future, if you could say, okay, these are my next 3 matches, bearing in mind you don't care who you pull, who would you like to pull? Are there any guys in the crosshairs that you really want to take a shot at?
Honestly, I just want to get back to where I feel I was before. After this match, this will give me a good telltale where I feel I stand. And if I end up pulling off the victory tomorrow, pretty much just going to look at Engin and ask him who's next on the list, 253-pound class after I'm done with Wagner. And that's what I want to pull. I want to start working from the bottom, work my way all the way back up to the top, so maybe I will get a chance against my big brother again someday. But until that time comes, it's just a matter of just trying to pull out the best of myself that I can be, right? So always before, I was always trying to get up to the match. When's the match going to happen? I want this match over. And I think I've kind of been screwing myself. I haven't been living as much in the moment and enjoying it. So yeah, I'm just trying to really enjoy the moment, everything that's coming. Just stoked to be able to have the opportunity to be able to compete on this stage again. And hopefully that they'll be seeing a lot more of me up here coming soon. So
unbelievable stuff. The wild horse, Matt Mask, Frank Lamparelli. Second match on the card tomorrow night here at East versus West, and we move forward to a newcomer to the promotion. but by no means is this man a newcomer to the sport of arm wrestling. He tore into the sport as a junior world champion in the World Arm Wrestling Federation and has appeared on many of the major promotions worldwide and always caused significant damage. Engin Terzi, talk to us a little bit about the phenomenal Artem Tainov.
Artem Tainov, I remember first time probably 2008 or something. That type of the guy that with the crazy spirit when he wins, and he would really excite you at the table after the match ends, and he's one of the best pullers in the world. So finally, we welcome him here, and then to pull against another legend of the sport, Sasha Andreev. And these guys met before more than once, and they both have incredible left arm. We will see for the 95 kilo. You know, this is an open category. You know, we don't have the champion right now. Yeah, so none of them has the belt.
So, from a purist arm wrestler's perspective, would you think that, Tainov is lesser known name, we've spoken about that, but do you feel like with the purist arm wrestlers, the arm wrestling hardcore, that Tainov will actually come into this match as an underdog or as a favorite?
I mean, if you know about arm wrestling, you would think that there is no underdog in this match because they both have wins against each other, and the last time they met, as far as I remember, 2021 Worlds, that when Tainov won with left arm, yeah. But as far as I remember, Sasha also has wins against him, so I don't see any underdog. It can go either way. Many people judges the matches by the name, but they need to look at all the past results, and they will realize that it's a very close matchup.
Now, let's go over to Artem. Artem, obviously, welcome to East versus West, mate. Fantastic addition to this promotion. Such an exciting arm wrestler. You start your career with one of the toughest matches in the division without any question. Do you feel like you're the favorite coming into this thing? Do you feel like you've got the opportunity to make a statement here in Turkey?
Естественно, я себя чувствую фаворитом, потому что я сюда ехал только побеждать, поэтому Саша сильный спортсмен, но придется ему, наверное, в этот раз проиграть.
I feel I am the favorite. Last time we met, I won, and Sasha will have to learn to lose again.
And Artem, is this a style thing? Do you feel like you were a bad technical matchup for Sasha? That your style of pulling, your speed, the venom?
Не думаю, что я ему неудобно. Я знаю просто как против него бороться, поэтому уже боролся. В 2021 году я это попробовал, получилось. Думаю, в этом году я сделаю еще быстрее и лучше.
He said no, he's not uncomfortable. I just know how to pull him. I figured out how to pull him. I did it in 2021. This time I'm going to do it even faster. Yeah.
Confident young man. Artem, thank you. We move over to Sasha Andreev. Sasha.
Before that, I want to ask a question. Artem, how many times with left arm did you pull against Sasha? I know you won the last time, but has he have wins against you as well?
Сейчас, секундочку.
Calculator.
5 раз.
Five times he won? Sasha?
One win, one.
You win one, and then 5 times he won? Okay.
No, two.
Two, yeah, one in the qualification, one in the final, yeah. So it's 50-50 match.
Let's come over to Sasha. Sasha, welcome back, mate. You've had great results here. We've seen you win against Irakli Zirakashvili. We saw the dramatic comeback on the right arm with Paul Lin. Once again, Engin has found somebody very, very difficult for you to pull, and a man you know very well. How concerned are you about facing Tainov? Is this a guy that you relish the opportunity, or are you a little concerned about him?
Притеснението винаги ми го е имало, но
Чувствам се много в по-добра форма от когато и да е било другаде. И мисля, че грешките, които съм допускал и това, че съм бил доста изпомпен преди мачовете, е повлияло на срещите, които му е победил, но в момента се чувствам много по-добре от тогава и грешките се надявам да не ги допусна.
Hello, everybody. Of course, he feels excitement before the match. He take lessons learned from the losses against Tainov. This time, his left hand, he find the perfect shape on his left. His left is in really, really good shape. He learned from the past, and this time is going to be different.
I wanted to ask Sasha, will you pull any differently against Artem in this match because of the fact that it's a super match format? Is your strategy, is your plan different in any way than it would be if you were going to attack this match in WAF, for example?
Чувствам се силен както отвътре, така и във всички посоки. И мисля, че на масата ще усетя точно на къде трябва да играе, къде ще ми е по-комфортно.
As I said, I feel very prepared, outside, inside. I will wait to see how the match is going to start and we'll adapt from there.
Incredible match in prospect, ladies and gents, tomorrow night. Tainov and Sasho Andreev. You've got something else to say on that match, mate?
I mean, that this match now excites me so much because Artem, I know, is in incredible shape. And now Sasho says that his left arm is in incredible shape. I just can't wait to watch this. I will just sit there and enjoy. I don't want to even imagine the pressure that will be there, the joint pressure. It will probably hurt my elbows even by watching.
What a phenomenal match in prospect. Certainly one of the more exciting matches on the card. And what about this next one, Engin? A newcomer, Kamil Jablonski, who rose to fame here at the qualifier, where he did exceptionally well, and then went on to get a super match win over Dave Chafee. Exciting new prospect. On the opposite side of the table, one of the guys who is stone cold, acid, established monster, Ivan Matyushenko. Is there anybody better at putting him on a hook?
I love the way you describe them.
This guy can put anyone into a hook, and he can put him in there quick. The interesting thing about this match is Kamil Jablonski will not look to run away from that. He'll look to stand on the train tracks and stop the fucking train. And that is going to be an interesting encounter. Let's start with Kamil Jablonski. Mate, you were an underdog when you went into the match against Dave Chafee. Many people called that match into question, thought that you might get run over. And yet, you went on and you won the match impressively. I think it's fair to say this could be a little bit of the same soup warmed over, that most people will believe you're the underdog. Do you think you can hook with this guy? Do you think you can press through this guy?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I think I can go through. Let's be honest. I didn't come here to just show myself. I come to do my best. And like I go to USA with the plan to win it, and here I come with the same plan. So I think I can go through.
Now, one of the most interesting questions, I suppose, for the people that are watching tonight, when you look at the resume of Dave Chafee, the notoriety behind the guy, many people may have thought that that was a tougher match. Would you agree? Is this a bigger threat?
I think it is bigger, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
It is because of style. His style is much better against brachyradialis than somebody's attacking his pronator. And stylistically, I think it is more dangerous. But Dave Chafee is such a powerful man, so we cannot take anything away from Kamil. And I think Kamil came here to prove himself even more by beating Ivan that like people think that, yeah, you beat Dave, but Dave is not the Dave as he used to be. So I think he just came here to show the world that, you know, it was not like that. It was only because he was good.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Now, I want to come over to Ivan. Mate, when the event was finished, the last East versus West, I cannot tell you how many people walked over to me who didn't know a lot about you and were so impressed with how you performed. I mean, you made the match look very, very easy. You were talking about this a moment ago, that people don't know some of the top pullers in one.
You know what, it is like crime, you know. People to be arm wrestling fan and not to know about Ivan Matushenko, it is just like how can you not? That guy is a legend. First time I saw him was about 18 years ago. He had a super match with Taras. Taras beat him. But at that time, it was almost impossible to hook Taras. Almost impossible. And he hooked, and he lost by Taras's dragging type of hook. But he didn't lose the race. I was like, wow, this young guy is already able to hook Taras. What is he gonna become, you know? And then, yeah, he became a legend, yeah, later.
And I think it's fair to say, and I don't know whether you would endorse this statement, but I think you may be at your strongest ever right now, Ivan.
Sorry, I didn't...
I think this version of you right now that we are seeing may be the strongest we've ever seen.
I hope so. My right arm didn't ache for several months, and I think I'm ready to pull my best now.
How familiar are you with Camille? Have you studied this guy? Have you watched him, or do you know a lot about him?
Yes, I saw some matches from his YouTube. I saw his match with Dave. I think he's rather dangerous. He's big, he's fast, he's strong, and I think it will be a real challenge to me.
Do you think that the style in which he arm wrestles makes it a little bit one track for you? You have to get to the A side and keep him off that shoulder.
My style is good if I start first, if I force my style. If he starts first, maybe it will be his advantage. So I think it is not so easy to say what is better, what is more effective. It depends who starts first, who is quicker.
So it is mostly dependent on the start, because
yes,
whoever starts better has potential to pin the other guy.
Yes, and also I think that Camille is strong, maybe in hook as well, maybe. So that's...
Speed has been a weapon for you in terms of placing the hook where you want it to be and keeping the control there. Do you feel like you're faster than this man?
Sorry?
Do you feel that you are faster than this man?
I hope that we maybe equally fast and we start together. And then who is stronger will win.
Incredibly exciting match in prospect tomorrow. The heavyweight division, Matushenko, and the man on the rise, Kamil Jablonski. It is going off. Now then, we're going on a similar theme with our next matchup. Abdulmanaf. Engin, I wanted to come to you again to pick up on that same theme. This is a man we've spoken about many times, relatively unknown, and yet in the WAF, we've seen this guy's speed is off the scale. He's lit up some of the best arm wrestlers in the world. He finds himself here going straight into a match at the very highest level against David Samusha.
I mean, his main weapon is his explosiveness. And his explosiveness is not for positioning, but he's just directly going to the pin pad to finish. He is one of the most dangerous hook pullers. He would do even much better against that top roller, but I have seen him flash pinning the hook pullers as well. So it will be most likely where Samusha is gonna stop him.
We've seen so many guys come out of Kazakhstan with that unbelievably explosive style. So many guys seem to have it in their arsenal. Talgat would be a good example, and you are very, very similar. I wanted to ask you, Abdulmanaf, do you see this match as a step up in level versus what you faced in the World Arm Wrestling Federation, or is it just another day at the office?
It's a new experience for me.
How much do you know about David Samusha? Is this a man you've studied, or are you very aware of what risks and what threat he brings to the table?
Завтра стол покажет, я в себе уверен на все 1000%. Хочу пожелать удачи своему сопернику.
I want to wish luck to my opponent. Tomorrow we'll see everything.
Let's come over to...
I want to also ask a question to Abdulmanap. Abdulmanap, you are incredibly explosive guy. Your speed, your wrist strength, incredible. Are you ready if Samusha stops you? Are you ready for an endurance battle?
Честно говоря, я об этом не думал. Завтра как будет, так и будет. Я буду навязывать свою борьбу и буду стараться выигрывать своего соперника.
I actually don't think about that. Tomorrow, as I say, we will see everything.
What? Say again?
Actually, I don't think about that, about explosively. Tomorrow, I will show everyone who I am.
Okay, that's good confidence, yeah.
Let's come over to David Samusha. A man of few words but powerful deeds. David, you know the guy that you face tomorrow is blisteringly quick. But do you believe that this is just about catching a bullet in your teeth? If you can stop this guy, is victory yours?
პირველ რიგში მოგესალმებით ყველას. ჩემს მოწინააღმდეგეზე შემეძლია ერთი თქვა, რომ მეც ასე ვთქვათ 80 კილოში მსოფლიო ჩემპიონი ვარ FAF-ის ორგანიზაციაში. ვიცი, რამდენიც შეუძლია 80 კილო მსოფლიო ჩემპიონს. აქედან გამომდინარე შანსები ვფიქრობ ორივეს თანაბარი გვაქვს. ვიცი, რომ ძალიან ძლიერი სპორტსმენი არის, მებრძოლი ხელი აქვს, სწრაფია ძალიან. გულით მინდა წარმატება უსრულო და რა ვიცი, დავალოდოთ ხვალდელ დღეს. რეალურად შევაფასებ ჩემს იმას 50-50-ზე ვფიქრობ, რომ კარგი და რეალური შეფასება იქნება ჩემი მხრიდან. იქიდან გამომდინარე, რომ ძალიან ძლიერი სპორტსმენი არის.
So Neil, he said that I will step up a bit. So, judging by his own previous experience of his WAF performance, he said that his latest title is 80 kg #1. So he believes he knows what 80 kg WAF winner is capable to do. That's why he anticipates this match to be really tough. He said that obviously he also wished good luck to his opponent. He said that because of how powerful his opponent is, he thinks that this match is tough, like for him to say 50-50. He's not saying that he's favorite or his opponent, because this is so tough that it's 50-50 to me. That's what he said.
Yeah, I have a question. I know that till 3 weeks ago, he was gonna pull against me. And because of my accident, this match is now, my part is replaced by him. And I know that Samusha was training with Irakli Zirakashvili, who is a top roller. So he was getting ready for me, who is an outside puller. Now, when this match is replaced with Abdulmanap, now the opposite way, you know, from totally outside opponent to now totally inside opener. Is he ready for such thing, or this is a disadvantage for him? I know that he's a hook puller anyways, but did it cause any disadvantage for him, or it didn't change, he's ready? Which one?
რაც შეეხება სტილს ფიქრობ არ შემცვლია სტილი, ანუ კი მე და ირაკლი მომზადება ერთად გავიარეთ, მაგრამ როგორც ჰუკში ისე ანუ ყველა პოზიციას, ყველა კუთხეს რაც კი ჩვენ სპორტში ჭირდება, თითქმის ყველა იმას ვარჯიშობდით სტანდარტულად, ჩვეულებრივად. რა თქმა უნდა, განსხვავებული მეთოქე იყავი, შენენგინ განსხვავებული მეთოქეა აუძლებელი, მაგრამ ყველა პოზიცია გვაქვს, ესე ვთქვათ, მომზადებული რა. და აქედან გამომდინარე არ შემეცვლი არაფერი ვარჯიშის სტილი, იგივე სტილით ვარჯიში, უბრალოდ სპარინგებში ალბათ ცოტა სხვაობა იყო ის, რომ განსხვავებულად მომზადებოდი, ასე ვთქვათ, უშუალოდ მაგიდასთან. ვარჯიშით ჩვეულებრივად მომზადებული ვარ, რომ კეც ბიცეპსში და ზეუდენდას რო გადავწიო.
So he was during his preparation for you, Engin, and also after this changing subject, his preparation was not changed that much outside of table time. So basically, like lifting weights was unchanged because he was trying to put on the table his best as he could potentially. But like because of this change, he said that practice, like actually on table practice, is got changed because of the stylistically he has different opponent now, but he was like, I'm preparing for going out, I'm preparing for going in, no problem. He's like trying to be best he can in all versatile vectors and points.
Tremendous matchup tomorrow there. In that division, we move up a weight class to Irakli Zirakashvili and Rustam Babayev. I mean, my God.
Yep. You just like, I mean, incredible. It's just like we are in a dream, you know, right now. All these matches, and we know that how great top roller Irakli is. We know that whenever, even he's losing to the top rollers, but he is more effective against the hook pullers. And while we know that it is very, very, very hard thing to top roll Rustam, so let's see where this will end up.
Irakli, you have been facing an absolute who's who of world arm wrestling in or around this category. John Brzezinski, Kudigali Ungabayev, you name it, you've been pulling absolute monsters. Where does this guy feature in that list? Do you put him at that level with the Brzezinski, with the Ungabayev? Is he just as tough? Is he tougher than Marcio? Is he tougher than John?
მოგესალმებით, მადლობა ინგინ კიდევ ასეთი კარგი ტურნირის შეჯიბრის ჩატარებისთვის. ნუ ვთვლი რომ ამ კატეგორიაში ჩემთვის ფავორიტი მაინც მგონია რომ რუსტამი არის და ნუ ახლა რა თქმა უნდა რუსტამი ლეგენდაა. 105 კატეგორია სხვა იყო და 95 ახლა სხვა არის და მგონია რომ 95-ში ფავორიტი ამ წონის, ნუ აქამდეც მე რომ სხვა წონაში ვიყავი, ვფიქრობ რომ მაინც რუსტამ იყო ამ წონის ფავორიტი რა.
He's saying that in 95 kg category he believes that Rustam is number one, and he's saying that Rustam's version of 105 kg was different, and 95 kg Rustam version is different, and he believes that the level, if he compares this level to his previous opponents at this weight class, he thinks this is the toughest opponent.
Wow.
So basically he's saying that Rustam may be not as strong as a 105 kilo puller, but if you judge by the weight, Rustam is pound for pound is even probably tougher, he thinks, at least.
Now, a lot of people were asking the question, Rustam, how is the injury? What's the status of the injury? Or are we seeing a fully primed, fully ready Rustam Babayev?
Ну, если честно, вот с января месяца, когда была травма, я немножко притормозил, это меня остановило, да, в тренировках, во всем. Пришлось восстанавливаться, и несколько месяцев пришлось потерять, да. Ну, потом, в принципе, начал набирать, и на тренировках вроде как травма не мешала мне, ну, будет тестовый поединок, чтобы проверить, как там все зажило. Вот, если честно, вот первый раз выступаю после той травмы. Я надеюсь, что все будет нормально, готовился хорошо, показатели хорошие, в общем, главное, чтобы меня травма не вернее, тело не подвело, травма не напомнила о себе.
When he got the injury, he said the worst thing was he couldn't keep on training for 7 months. So he took some time off until it's starting to heal. Then he did a rehab. When he gets and does his training with weights, he feels nothing. So he's very excited to see on a table, on a real match, what happens when someone goes full force against him. But he said probably really good preparation. All the weights are going up. This didn't cause any problems at all.
Rustam, I wanted to ask you, are you concerned at all that we may see a slight technical change from Irakli in this match? Because everybody knows he's got the big booming top roll. But in the match with John, we saw him do something a little different, something a little unexpected. Do you think we might see the same approach here against yourself? Or do you think he will be forced to top roll because of your power?
Я думаю, что он может по-всякому пойти. Естественно, это уровень high level, как говорится. Тут все соперники непростые, поэтому я должен быть готов ко всему. В общем-то, я говорю, если меня не остановит травма, я буду бороться до конца, я хочу победить.
So he said at this level, no one's ordinary, and he believes everyone can do way more than one move. He said if he does something different, I still have to keep on my game plan. If my chest doesn't bother me, I'm here to win and just to try to win.
Fantastic stuff. Before we move on from this match, I want to ask the opinion of the two elder statesmen of US arm wrestling sat at the end of the table here, John Brezink and Todd Hutchins. Guys, you have both faced these guys over many, many times. Who do you see coming out on top here? Do you think it's a win for Rustam or for Irakli?
You want to go first? You want to go first? I'll let you go first. Check. Right. In my mind, it just depends on if Irakli can keep the hand straight. And it's a very difficult task against someone like Rustam Babayev. He has great back pressure, he loads well, and then he comes so crashing down on your wrist that it's really difficult to achieve a decent top roll. I would have to give the edge to Rustam, of course, if it goes wrist to wrist. But if Irakli can find some way to keep it outside, then he possesses enough power to, for sure, make it a battle.
Todd, do you see it the same way?
I think the top roller's always got the advantage in the match, but I've never, ever been engaged on Rustam. I mean, I've never won a match. I never put him in danger. So I can't even begin to believe what it takes to beat him. So, yeah, I give it to Rustam.
I wanted to just check the opinion of this little gent. Your training partner, a guy you know very, very well, Levan. How do you see the match between Irakli and Rustam?
No, it is very interesting match. I think it is 50-50. Maybe a little bit for Rustam, because he's legend, he's more...
I changed my vote.
Little bit.
Just a little bit. Irakli, do you have any answer for this?
He's saying, I'm gonna answer to Levan in Georgia when we go back.
Oh my
Once
God.
we are back in Georgia, I will give answer to Levan.
Not break my wrist, please.
Irakli's like, I was holding back in training. I've been holding back. You don't know. What a matchup. Ladies and gents, let's move to our next match. It is in the ladies division. And oh my word, what a matchup this one is. Egla Vitkute of Lithuania, Sarah Backman of Sweden / America. It's on. Two of the very best in the world, Engin. This is an absolute barnstorming prospect. You've got Egla, who has been dominant at the WAF for so many years.
More than 20 years, yeah.
And a resurgent and very, very well prepared looking Sarah Bachman.
Yeah, yeah. I set a super match between these two great pullers 10 years ago. At that time, Sarah was lighter and was nowhere near to the form that she is in now. And Egle was in her absolute prime. And I believe that Egle is right now also very well prepared. When she lost against Gabriela, there was around 10 kilo difference.
Yep.
This time the opponent and her are in the same weight. And whenever I asked, like, I was like kind of afraid that she would be like losing motivation after her loss against Gabriela. And she said, I never stopped training. And I was like, yes, now it's time to give these two ladies another chance to show where they are. And I know this match is very important for Sarah. I think that Egle is one of the goats of the sport. And from other side, Egle, she came only once and lost against Gabriela. I think she wants to also show the world that at least at her weight, yeah, she is still the best. So we will see. Both came here with confidence, and we will see.
So, Egle, let's start with you. Obviously, you've lost to common opponents. We've seen Gabriela defeat Sarah, defeat yourself. Do you see any commonality there? Or is this a completely different scenario, different kettle of fish? For example, is Sarah's style, is Sarah's technique more suited to you than Gabriela's?
I think different. So I thought Gabriela will be better for me because she's small, have small hand.
Okay.
And it's plus Sarah is just, now she's big.
Yes.
Like me. Maybe look better than me.
Now, just talking about that for a moment, I mean, it's undeniable. You are one of the greatest female arm wrestlers ever to do it. Do you put Sarah Bachman in that same bracket? Do you think she has anything else left to prove? Or is she already at that level?
I think she's ready. She's high level.
Let's come over to Sarah, sitting there smoldering your little ass off. Now, we spoke about this in Florida only a couple of weeks ago, and you were very respectful of the threat represented by Egle. How ready are you for this match, facing one of the GOATs?
I think I'm ready. It's been 11 years since we last met, and hopefully it's my time now.
Same question that I asked of Egle. Do you see the threat represented in terms of style better for you, worse for you than Gabriela?
So I agree with Egle. I thought Gabby would be better for me because she is short arm, little hand, but it's very deceiving. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I have changed a lot in my training to prepare for Egle. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
Are you able to talk a little bit about that? What have you done differently, or where do you see the major changes that were required to face someone of this stature?
So I have trained only with men similar to Egle's size and length of arm. And yeah, the rest I will show tomorrow.
And Egle, coming back to you with a similar question, where do you see the biggest threat represented by Sarah? Is it speed, is it technique, or is it top-end strength?
If really I don't know, I only guessing. She may be speedy, strong. I don't know. She have all pluses.
I wanted to ask Devon, is this match on arm bets? Yeah. What is the betting being made? How do the public see this?
I think it's been going back and forth. Let me just give me 1 minute. I'll tell you.
So we'll check back in on that in a moment.
I want to say the difference between Gabriela and these ladies. Gabriela is like touching so female arm wrestling, you know, the pure side pressure, even a little bit loose wrist, she can still dominate you with that brutal pressure. Yeah. While these ladies are strong, but with the pressure, I don't think that level. So both are more representing the control type of arm wrestling, like more of technical. They are very strong, but not the Gabriela level about the horsepower. But I can say that they both are like more technical than Gabriela, in my opinion. No disrespect. So it will be different. If any of these ladies get the control, I believe they will pin the other one. Like even I remember Egle taking the start, but Gabriela was still able to win even with a little bit loose wrist. I don't think it will be the case here if any of them puts the other one in a bad position. So it will be the control battle.
Have we managed to see that, mate?
Actually, they just sold out. They sold out. John and Sasso just sold out. Denis is a little bit behind me for some reason, which I find so hard to believe. He's way bigger than me. But I think we'll open it back up. So Lyle, if you're listening, open that stuff back up.
There we go. A lot of bets, a lot of money placed down on that match, and for the right reasons. Unbelievable. One more question for our ladies. I want to dwell on this a little bit, but in the heyday of our best, of John, we saw him go through the weight categories regardless of weight. He wanted to dominate. If you were to be successful tomorrow and to beat Sarah, who's next? Would you look to go back after Gabby, or is it Barbara?
If really I don't thought about it, first now I should win, then think.
Spoken like a champion. Same question, Sarah Bachman.
Anyone who wants it. I definitely want a rematch with Gabby, but I'm also very curious on Barbara.
Open challenge.
Sarah is different now. Sarah, before she was like, should I not? Now she's like, just set the match. I'm gonna pull. That mindset I see lately. Last few months I see that way.
The mask approach. Kit, let's go.
The big guys, the biggest guys.
Absolutely unbelievable. Massively exciting prospect. One of those matches that genuinely is hard to pick. Eglevet could say, Sarah Bachman, what a match in prospect. We move to the super heavyweight division, and the world lemon-eating champion, ladies and gentlemen, is Acid Georgie Svetkov in the house. Georgie.
Hi.
This could be a coming out party, mate. You love to ride the hype train, and my God, you're going to ride it all the way to the station tomorrow. Zao Pauzolayev, big threat. He's been so impressive at the AMC. Where do you see your strengths and advantages over this man?
Well, I think that Zaur is one of the strongest guys in Russia. He is very big, powerful, but I have played against him in the past. 2 years ago on the WAF World Championship, I beat him on the final. I also beat him on right hand, and I think that I have a big chance of taking this win tomorrow night.
And we'll come over to Zaur for a moment, just to get a little bit of an answer on that. Zaur, you heard Georgie talk about the fact that you guys have faced each other previously. He's had some success there. It's fair to say we've seen the best of you in the last couple of years, pre-injury. Where are you now? Now that you've recovered from that injury, are you back to the best? The man that won the AMC tournaments back-to-back?
Сейчас. В данный момент я нахожусь в хорошей форме, но до пика еще не дошел, 92% примерно, по весам. Вот. Хорошая форма, ничего не болит, полностью готов выиграть с помощью Всевышнего.
He said he measured his, like to say, strength by weights. It's about 92% what it used to be from his best. He said nothing bothered him while preparing. He said he's in a good shape and good chances of winning.
Now, we'll come back to Zawa for another question. Obviously, this is a different format, the super match format. The first time that we've seen you here at East versus West, and many people felt that your style may be more suited to the tournament arm wrestling. Do you agree with that, or do you think you're more suited to the super match?
Это первый раз, когда мы видим тебя на East vs. West, на суперматче. По твоему стилю, может, человек больше думает, что тебе лучше участвовать на турнирах, чем на суперматчах. Как ты думаешь?
Я думаю, на турнирах мне гораздо проще. Ну, я уже привык на турнирах выигрывать, потому что моя техника взрывной старт, и очень быстро можно дойти до финала без поражений. А формат армфайтов, опыт у меня есть небольшой, но такого уровня первый раз я выступать буду. Поэтому это очень хорошая проверка будет. Георгий очень сильный соперник. Многие его недооценивают, но я знаю, что он очень достойный соперник для меня.
He says, of course, his style is, I think he thinks is better suited for for tournaments. He's fast. He gets to people very, very fast. So with an arm fight, he really doesn't know where he is, and he's very willing to finally test himself and to find out. He's not sleeping on Georgi. He knows how big of a threat he is, and he's taking this very seriously.
And one last question, Zawa. Have you changed your preparation style for Supermatch? Are you training differently in readiness for this?
Я сначала пытался поменять, сначала начал больше бороться, начал больше спаррингов проводить, чаще тренироваться, и это плохо отразилось на мой локоть. Мне пришлось вернуться к своим прежним тренировкам, чтобы локоть боль утихла. Вот. Вот так.
Okay, so he tried to arm wrestle way more, so he has more conditioning on the arm, but it caused him way more problems on his elbow. It started to hurt, and he said he couldn't do the weight training that he wanted as well as table time, so he had to go. He did it for a few weeks, and then he went back to just weight training and less stable time.
That's it, Georgie's fed calf. You heard what the man had to say, mate. You're very suited to Supermatch arm wrestling, and we spoke a lot about that when you came over to our Moore's Dark card. You told us that obviously you're a busy guy, you run your own family business, you've got other interests outside of arm wrestling, but you'd never really taken the time to focus on the sport like you could. Are we at the turning point, Georgie? Are you able to really put the pedal to the floor in this instance? Is this a different version of yourself?
Well, now I started to have almost every month super matches, and I started focusing more on my sport career than instead of my business, and I think that I will continue pushing myself in the sport more than in the business, because I love arm wrestling. I live for this sport, and this is my main goal in life.
Georgi, what is your main goal? To get the title?
My main goal after this match, if I win against Zaur, is to face this guy over there, because I want revenge for my left arm, and he knows what is going to happen on the right arm.
So that is your main goal? You don't like nothing like to do Levan or something, you know?
Levan is the main goal in the far future, but now...
Far future?
Yes.
But
the main goal is no limits.
Will you be able to reach the main goal?
Yes, I will do my best to reach this.
Okay. Yeah, but Devon, I have a question for you. people says that it's a different story when the arms are different. You remember that?
I know.
Remember,
I don't
you
know. What are you
remember
talking
that
about, the
from
arms?
5 years ago?
Hey?
From 5 years ago, when people remind you this is the revenge, you said it was different arm.
Oh, yeah, it is a different arm. But, Georgie, you don't know how to arm wrestle. You only top roll. You have no chance of beating me. No chance. So, for your sake, if you lose, at least you lose just to him. If you win against him, well, my loss will probably be much worse, you know. So maybe it's a good idea that you lay down his hour, you know. But no problem, man. Anytime, anywhere, I'll teach you a little bit. I'll take you up to, like, orange belt.
But that's not what I heard. I heard that he was a little bit successful against...
Don't ever pay attention to what happens on the practice table. I've never won a match on the practice table. Don't pay attention to anything that happens on the practice table. I'm going to beat everybody. One by one, you all will fall.
All Europeans will fall?
Every single one.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not too much longer till the big one falls over there, just down there. Not too much longer. Hey, how you going to understand me without Babykin? How are you going to understand me? Oh, that's the new ref? Or that's the new guy?
Okay, yeah. Just wait for that one.
Hold it in.
Just wait for...
So let's
okay,
move
let's
on
go
before
to
we
the...
get too carried away a little too early.
Todzilla made the worst song till so far.
Hey, let's talk about this match, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not excited to see Kurdigali, Ongabayev, and Todd Hutchins, I can't imagine what you are thinking. What a match in prospect here. Arguably, pound for pound, the strongest arm wrestler in the division against arguably the best technician in the division, if not in the sport. Right now, Kurdigali is on fire. He's got a puzzle to solve and a wall to climb over.
Both of them are on fire. But about the best technique or that technique, don't ask Devon's opinion because he turns Todd on, you know. That's why right now Todd says that he's supporting Dennis.
Todd.
Betting on Dennis is an easy bet, so I'll double that.
Let's start with you, brother. Obviously, you've been on a tear recently. We've seen you utterly resurgent. You've had a very impressive career, but recently, you've looked unbelievable. You had an impressive win against John. We saw you overcome Ibrahim, who looked unbelievable when he came here, and you handled him. Very different proposition on Saturday night with this young man. He's a guy that's hunting Devon, that's hunting the bigger men. We've seen him in the top 8 pulling giants, and his technical range and proficiency is second to none. Are you going to be able to shut that down?
I won't be able to beat him on technique or speed, and his endurance is probably as good as mine. So, I just plan to use force over power.
So let's just talk about that a little bit, mate, because you're a bit of an enigma in that respect. People talk about you as having this ungodly side pressure and just raw top end, which you've clearly got a lot of top end. But there's a lot going on in your arm wrestling matches. When you go on a practice table with you can feel the back pressure, you can feel the pronation. It's all combined with the side. Are you slightly offended in a way when people say that it's just about the power? You're an engineer, you understand the angles, the vectors.
People will eventually understand what I'm doing. So, yeah, you can't go sideways if you leave your hand behind you. So, and especially with top rollers or elite top rollers and stuff. So,
do you study a lot of match footage of your upcoming opponents? Have you done your homework on Kurdigali, on Gabayev?
Oh yeah, I watched all of Z's First West matches. The Michael Todd one was very impressive, how he maintained hand control and that level of endurance throughout the whole Michael Todd match. But probably the more impressive one was his endurance against Kurdechka when he actually lost his hand and still grounded out with that far bigger, stronger man. So, his endurance, I got to tell you, I'm curious to see how much endurance is there because that was a very impressive display.
But when you see Kurdigali's go-to move, the manner in which he will start most matches, the angles he takes in most matches, do you feel like that's better suited to your style than somebody like Rustam, who's going to go route one?
I've been doing it better against top rollers, but I'd rather pull an inside puller any day. So.
Let's go over to Kirdagali Ongabayev. Welcome, sir. Good to see you back at East versus West. And I know there's a great deal of excitement about this matchup. Obviously, you're very familiar with Todd Hutchins. How excited are you to get the opportunity to face Todd here?
Қайырлы кеш барлықтарыңызға рахмет. Енді өте жақсы дайындықта келдім бұл жарысқа. Енді ол мен 105 килограммда титулды қорғауым керек. Бұл жарысқа барлығы жеңеміз деп келеді. Осы алдыңғы жарыста да мен осы Майкл Тодд Хатчинспен күрескім келген. Енді сол сәті келіп тұр. Дайынмын Құдай қаласа.
First, he want to say hi to everyone. He's very happy to be here again. This is one of the matches he wanted for a long time, and he's very happy and willing to have a match with him. He said his preparation has been really good, and of course, who will be the winner, the table will tell.
No predictions, as usual. Where do you see your biggest opportunity to overcome Todd? And do you feel, one of the questions I think a lot of people at home want to know is, do you think there'll be a big gap in the red line top end strength? Or do you think if the match turns into that kind of position, that you may be able to hang Todd up?
Енді мен өз тәсілім верхпен күресу керек болған соң мен тек верхқа дайындалып келдім. Сондықтан тек күреуге емес, тек верхпен күресуге тырысамын Құдай қаласа.
He said he fights in the top roll. That's where he will try to win, and that's where he believes he can win. When we talk about strength, he said, my strength is going up, but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe we asked, like for example, I want to ask the opinion of John.
My opinion.
I'm right here. I'm sitting right here.
Well, as you all know, I was unsuccessful to move Mr. Todd Hutchins past center. He was able to get center position in the straps. His back pressure has definitely improved a ton, which makes his side pressure so much more effective. Kirdagali, a master at pronation and top roll and great endurance, great top end. I think he's probably even suited enough to probably pull in a hook, believe it or not. If it ends up going there for a little while, I don't think the outcome will be to his advantage, but he's going to be surprised. He's never pulled anybody quite like Mr. Todd Hutchins, so it'll be a little shocking at first, but we'll see if he can adapt and figure it out.
Yeah, I want to also ask to Arsen, what do you think about this match?
Во-первых, всех хочу поприветствовать. То, что касаемо поединка Тодда Хатчинса и Кадаргали, во-первых, это будет очень интересный матч. Я еще никогда не видел, чтобы кто-то был сильнее Тодда в весовой категории 95 килограмм. Но при этом и такого техничного борца, как Кадаргали, тоже не было в этом весе. Поэтому будет очень интересно и будет... Я не знаю, чего ожидать, если тот сможет остановить Кадаргали. В общем, этот матч против техники и невероятной силы.
First of all, hi to everyone. This will be a very interesting match. I don't know someone who can be more powerful in 95 like Kadergali, and I don't know someone who is more technical like Todd Hutchinson. So I will opposite way. Yeah. So yeah, in 95. So I wish luck to both athletes.
And then let's ask you also
Levon, we're going to ask you to give a prediction again, mate. Put it on the block. Todzilla, Todd Hutchins, or Kirigali Ongabayev?
Very good match. I think a little bit big chances has Todd. Yeah. If strap match, I think yes, Todd will win, but not strap match. I think Kirigali has a chance.
So you are saying that Ongarbayev can win quick if it goes to the long match, then Todd has more.
If he top roll quickly, I think he
Yeah.
has chance.
Do you think? Don't you think that Ongarbayev's endurance nowhere near to the?
Ongarbayev has very good endurance, but Todd's power is very.
I understand. Yeah.
You will see tomorrow.
Yeah.
What a matchup, maybe my favourite on the card alongside the main event, and we move on to another absolute potential barnstormer. Two polar opposites in many ways. The greatest of all time, John Brzenk, an absolute WAF legend in Sasho Andreev. Very different style of preparation. One man has stacked more muscle onto a small frame than you can possibly imagine. The other one has dropped in weight around 30 pounds in a short period of time. Very different style of arm wrestler. The man who loves the hand control and the man who loves to put up a wall.
I mean, if you talk about today, yes, but if you talk about generally, we cannot really categorize John on the outside, that a guy that can do anything at the table. You just name it, he would do it. But maybe lately more pronator based, while Sasho is supination based. But I believe that they both can do the opposite way as well. We saw John hooking Corey West and winning, and we lately saw him going inside with Alexei. He just wanted to test himself, but he just did it too early on round 4. I expected him to guarantee the match and try on the round 5, but you know him, so we don't need to explain how he is. And I know that Sasho can also top roll as well, but we will see. Yeah.
Let's start with the GOAT, John Brzenk. John, the leanest I've seen you in a long time, mate. It's pretty inspiring. Makes me want to go home and eat salad.
I bet it does.
Joking aside,
it's been a while.
We've seen you pull against lighter weight Eastern Europeans before. You did it many times at the Nemiroff World Cup, and you know the threat that they represent. Is this your first time pulling Sasho?
Yes, first time. Yes, and the small guys are just don't fool yourself. The small guys are just as strong as some of the heavyweights. So yeah, it's.
Now you've just had an incredibly impressive performance where you were an underdog against Alexei Voboda, and you looked fantastic there. And what do? You beat the living daylights out of yourself, drop 30 pounds, and come and pull this animal.
Yeah, well, I kind of got derailed. I mean, I was actually looking forward to pulling Alexei, and then my focus was Kirigali, and this man stepped in and took that shine off. So it was only fitting that Todd pulled Kirigali since he beat me. He had and Sasha was available because that was the match that was set for Mr. Todd Hutchins. So I thought it was fitting and fair to meet him at the 95 kilo class, which I had my doubts a couple weeks ago. I wasn't going to do it, but I thought, now I can make it happen.
Now, I know you know a lot about this guy. We've seen his staying power. We've seen that he can hang in matches forever against top arm wrestlers. Yevgeny Prudnitz jumped all over this guy and never had the win at the same weight. Some of the problems you faced in the past has been that if you get tied up in a long match, it can be problematic for you because of the shoulder damage and so on. Or are you looking to just put this guy to bed? No
Yeah,
playtime.
this is a different match than I've had recently. The other matches I've had to be careful to make sure I had hand control, so it was more of a chess match to make sure I secured that, and I was more worried about that than hitting hard to the side. I can't afford to do that with Sasha. I have this bad feeling if I'm going to be able to get his wrist. I think I'm going to be able to get his wrist, but it has to be accompanied with an aggressive pin to the pad, because if it stops, he's got the leverage advantage on me, and I think he probably has quite the endurance.
A lot of people are going to expect that you'll be able to take the hand and wrist. Is there any possibility you can finish keeping this thing out of straps? Just take the hand and jump on him?
I haven't had the confidence recently to move forward like that, to really get secure that cup. I find myself a little bit worried that I pull back a little bit too much, but we'll see how it feels. I mean, if the setup feels right to me to try to maybe, if I feel him going back a little bit aggressively, maybe I will try to come across the table and secure the hand with him trying to attempt a top roll.
Let's come across to Sasho. Sasho, this is everyone's dream match. It's the match that everybody wants. Tomorrow night, you face the greatest arm wrestler of all time for the first time in your career. We've seen you get accolade after accolade at the World Arm Wrestling Federation. How does this opportunity stack up against those wins when you get to pull the perfect storm?
Първо искам да благодаря за приемането му да се изправи срещу мене. За мен е чест, понеже той е един от гигантите в историята на канадската борба.
First of all, he wants to thanks to John Brzenk to accept the opportunity to face Sasho because he is the giant of the sport of arm wrestling. He just want to say thank you.
Sasho, do you feel like if you can put the brakes on this match, if you can stop the match and turn it into a war, which we know you do so well in, that you will be victorious tomorrow?
Ако не смятах, че мога да го спра, нямаше да приема съревнованието ми с него.
So he's confident in his strengths, and he believes that he will be not willing to be here if he is not quite confident that he will stop this match.
He is quite confident he will stop the match?
Yes.
Is there any reason that he wanted to pull first Taino and then John? Is he not afraid of losing energy? Is it because he thinks that his left arm match will be easier, or it is because of the respect to John that he wanted to do the second match?
Първо, мисля, че трябва да се справя с грешките, които съм допускал преди. И може би заради това избрах първо лява ръка с Тайнов. А с Брезенк не съм играл още, затова реших да е втори матч.
He said, first of all, he wants to finish the thing from the past to correct the failure and make it clear, and then focus on Brzenk.
And before we move on from this match,
We asked to also Arsene and Levan. Let's start with Levan, maybe.
Levan, it's your time again, mate. We need to know. You get all the good jobs, son. All these guys, don't worry that you've got to go around and speak to them all tonight. You've got to go and speak to them all. Who do you believe wins this match? Brzenk or Sasha Andreev?
Big respect, John. Sasha is a very strong guy, very young, and I think it is a little bit big % for Sasha on winning.
slightly favorite?
Yes.
Why do you think this way?
But it is John, you know.
I know, but why do you think that Sasha is slightly favorite? Because of endurance or because of?
Sasha beat Irakli.
Yeah.
Irakli beat John, and this moment too.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
But it is a very good match, and both of guys, I say, not trauma, not pain.
Thank you. And Arsen?
То, что касается этого матча, я очень хотел бы, чтобы Сашо смог удержать свою кисть, то, чтобы этот матч проходил в крюк, тогда, мне кажется, очень реальные хорошие шансы у Сашо победить Джона. Но все мы знаем, насколько Джон техничный, и то, что, возможно, он и не допустит борьбы в крюк. И от себя хочу сказать, что я очень хочу, чтобы Сашо выиграл, потому что уже и неприлично в 59 лет выигрывать всех чемпионов мира, и чтобы самому не пришлось возвращаться из-за этого в спорт.
I wish Sasho to win. It's not good to win everyone 59 years. If Sasho can make hook, and I think he was able to win him.
Arsen, I just asked you some minutes ago, like I said in a joking way, John wants the revenge match. And you said that you would pull him only after he comes to 70 years old. Yeah?
Ну, во-первых, вот здесь не досказали то, что я пожелал в первую очередь победы Сашу, чтобы мне не пришлось возвращаться и чтобы у меня не было арфайта с Джоном Брезенком. А если все так дальше пойдет, и он будет выигрывать всех чемпионов мира, то мы подождем, когда ему будет 75 лет, и тогда я ему дам матч-реванш.
If Sasho can't, if Sasho can't win him, I think if you're gonna win all world champions, and I have to come back and win him.
Listen to me, I brought you here so that you would change your mind about coming back. You are going to come back, and the world needs to see John Brzezinski versus Arsen Liliev match, no matter what, okay? This is your manager is telling you. Your manager is telling you, okay? Yeah, okay, it's me, yeah? Okay, so let's go to oh yeah, 1 second. Irakli Zirakashvili. Who is winning, Sasha or John? Do you have can you give the microphone? Because he pull.
I don't know. 50-50.
Oh. Well, what do you think? Come on. You pull against both.
So he's saying that if I will stay here. So if John is able to keep Sasha's wrist straight, he will be victorious. That's what he thinks.
And if somehow Sasha hooks, and then Sasha is gonna win?
Yeah, he understood. Yeah.
And Irakli, in your super match, later rounds, Sasha also top rolled you. Do you think there is any chance Sasha to pull outside?
No.
He cannot top roll John?
He cannot top roll John. No.
He cannot top roll
He said
John.
that he top rolled me because my hand was numb. That's what he said. And
he said he was numb?
When Sasha managed to top roll at the end, yeah.
Yeah, so
but
his arm
he
was
cannot do
pumped?
it to John. That's what he just said.
Okay, I understand. Okay, thank you.
Todzilla, same question, mate. Obviously, you faced both these guys. Obviously, John very recently, even though he's a little lighter now, he's got the abs and looks a little sexier with the grey hair. Who do you believe is going to take this thing? Can John overcome Sasha?
I pulled Sasha a long time ago.
Yeah, was last time Moldova?
Five years ago, 5.5. Well, 5 years ago, exactly 5 years ago. Yeah, it was a tournament match.
Yeah.
I just don't like inside pullers against top rollers. I'll always pick the top roller. And I think John learned after John pulled Zurab, so I think he's got a little more experience on pulling, a more powerful inside puller. So, yeah, I'm always going to pick the top roller in that match.
It's a split. And Engin won't tell us what he thinks because he's the promoter.
Yeah, I'm a promoter.
He's neutral, he's Switzerland.
I don't want to even think about it. I just want to live the moment, just watch and get excited. And at the end, we all will be happy. It doesn't matter. Whoever is losing here is no shame at all. These all are great guys, Yeah. So let's go to the main event.
Yeah, I thought you'd never ask. Are you guys ready? Oh my God. East versus West 10. I can honestly say that the build-up to this has been the most dramatic, the most tense probably we've ever seen in the sport. We're 1 day away from Devon Larratt, Denis Siplenkov. We're going to start with Devon. Devon, you've wanted this a long time.
15 years. 15 years we've been waiting. He ducked me for 15 years. 15 years he was scared to pull me. 15 years he had opportunity and he begged for the left hand. Now finally it's going to happen and I'm going to destroy him tomorrow. I will destroy him on the table. But he's coming to me as a fragile, broken dude already. He's already beat. I've already won. Hey, are you as good of a translator as Babykin, or are you good? You good? Straight translating? You do good? You do a good job?
This is not my job, but...
But better than Babykin?
I have no idea.
Okay, I hope so.
Denis,
Hey, Babkin.
let's come to you, mate. Obviously,
Но он говорит, 16 лет ждал, а 5 лет назад что это было?
He waited for 16 years for what? What was 5 years ago?
Well, I can't say it again.
You said that you wait for 15 years for what? You remember what was 5 years ago?
I can't understand what you're saying.
He says that why you wait 16 years ago, 5 years ago he already beat you.
It was with the left hand. Nobody arm wrestles with the left hand.
You heard that, Georgi? Georgi, did you hear that? Okay.
I haven't trained my left hand. I wasn't even training my left hand. Igor and you guys begged me, left hand, left hand. I'm not even training my left hand. I offered to pull your right hand that day and you turned it down.
Ладно, мы не будем здесь возвращаться к теме, которая в Ютубе была. Мы на все ответили. Я думаю, сопереживать здесь не надо. Завтра поборемся, без проблем. Ну, бегал, значит, 16 лет от него. Значит, бегал. Пусть будет так.
I actually don't want to talk about that right now. If you say I run from you 16 years, okay, no problem. I run from you from 16 years.
Perfect.
And
there we have it.
We'll see tomorrow
it's
everything.
now set straight.
And this is everything. Yeah.
I'm having a real hard time understanding anything you're saying. I don't know if it's just me. But Denis, are you okay? Are you a happy guy? You happy to have the match? You happy to be here today?
Ну, конечно. Сука, 16 лет ждали.
Of course I'm happy. I wait for these 16 years also, like you.
Good. I was worried that you were a bit upset at me.
Ну, я разочарован тобой как человеком, как спортсменом. Ты молодец. То есть, честь тебе и хвала. Но как человек разочаровал, конечно. Были на тебя другие, как говорится, ставки высокие. Поэтому, небольшое разочарование, конечно, ты сделал.
Of course, he said that, of course, I'm a little bit upset of you like a man, but I'm not upset of you like a sportsman.
Как оказалось, то, что воспитание, ценности, понятия у нас разные, поэтому здесь вот не по пути нам.
I understand that we are a totally different person about our culture, and I think we have a different ways.
I don't think we're so different, Denis. I don't think we're so different, really. You know, November the 11th is a special day, Denis. It's a very special day. It's a day of peace. And, you know, earlier you were in a different room and I couldn't see you.
and you threw my earlier gift away. So I thought I'd just try and make it up to you just a little bit. And just give you a small token of my love, Dennis. I've been carrying these for all week to give to you. But 3 for you, and 3 for Babkin.
Я же говорю, у нас ценности и понятия разные, поэтому как бы я не приму этот подарок.
I told already that we are different persons, and I can't accept that present.
You can't accept it? But it's from my heart. It's deep from my heart.
Но я же тебе еще раз говорю, я с тобой уже как бы не общаюсь и дел иметь не хочу, как с человеком.
You can't accept?
Yes, I can't accept. I don't want to talk with you like a friendly, you know.
No, I'm sorry.
Жене подари.
Kurt Galley. For you. That's okay. You can reject my love, but tomorrow you're going to fight me on the table, and there's no way you can reject that.
Ну, я приехал сюда, чтобы не бежать отсюда.
I came here not to run from you.
Can we get a little
I
volume on the
came
mic,
here
guys,
not
back there?
to run from you.
You didn't come here to run from me. Not to run from me. Yeah, not to run from you.
So does that mean you're going to pull me in a hook?
Посмотрим. Стол покажет, что делать. Не знаю пока. По ощущениям.
I don't know. Table will show.
Well, Dennis, I'm so excited tomorrow. It's really, this match does mean a lot to me. I look at you, you know, you're quite imposing. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you did make it. But have no doubt in your mind, I'm ready to defeat you tomorrow. Have no doubt in your mind, I've come here to destroy you.
Ну, хорошо то, что готов. Я тоже готов.
It's okay that you are ready. I'm ready too.
Man, I cannot understand a single word you say. Not a single word.
He says that he is also ready. Maybe Ramos, can you a little bit louder because, yeah. Just let Ramos do a little bit because he's a little bit clear. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, because he said that he is also ready. You are ready. He is also ready.
Dennis, as a warm up, do you want to pull left hand tonight?
Я уже отвечал на этот вопрос. Ну, неужели ты такой глупый, что не понимаешь с первого, второго, третьего раза?
It's okay. It's okay now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I already 3 times answered you for that questions.
I'm very slow. You have to do it a 4th time. Yeah, get Babykin up here. Get Babykin up here. He can help you.
У меня левое плечо травмировано. Я не могу выложиться на все 100. То есть я приеду и буду лечить его.
I have trauma on my left shoulder. I can't pull you with you.
Listen, I don't have a single injury on my whole body. I am so fresh and so young. I don't have a single excuse, okay? I understand that you're, you know, an older man with a lot of damage, and I understand why you have excuses, so no problem. I'll wait till you're healthy sometime. Get that hammer back in circulation.
Я уже говорил то, что без проблем я тебе его верну. Виталику верну. Какие проблемы?
I already tell you that I will back that hammer to Vitaly.
We'll give you a year and 3 months to prepare. And I'll have 25 super matches beforehand. Man, it's so freaking slow, eh? It's like talking to one guy who's super slow and then another guy who's super slow and then he says it back and then I have to hear it. Dennis, just tell me you're going to beat me. Tell me you're going to beat me because I don't believe it. Nobody believes it anymore. Everybody thought you were this big, strong behemoth, but I'm going to crack you tomorrow. Do you understand that? Do you understand, Dennis? Do you understand that I'm going to break your wrist tomorrow?
Shut up, babykin. Shut up. You know, I can't wait till Coresports hands you a piece of paper. Shut up, babykin. Stay over there. I don't even know why anybody pays you. You're a freaking joke.
Yeah,
Seriously,
yeah,
stay over there.
Yes.
You'll show me
Yeah, yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
You'll show me nothing. I have so much shit on you, okay? You're lucky the police aren't here right now to
Yeah.
throw your ass in jail.
Yes, yeah. Just guys, just focus here. What were you saying, Dennis? No. He said something. No answer.
Комментарий, ну, то есть главное, чтобы он сегодня выспался хорошо, не шалил ночью, чтобы руки были восстановлены к завтрашнему поединку. И завтра поборемся.
I wish you well sleep at night. Your hands should be able to pull him tomorrow.
Brilliant. 100%. I'll sleep well. I'll see you tomorrow, Dennis. I'll see you tomorrow. Put some ice on those wrists of yours.
Okay, you want to add anything, Neil? You want to say anything more?
I wanted to ask Dennis one question, just focusing back on the match. Obviously, you spoke a moment ago about the fact that you guys pulled 5 years ago. Do you expect there will be the same strength gap tomorrow with the right arm?
Ну, я постараюсь выложиться на все 100. Посмотрим.
We'll see. I'm going to make 100% of my power.
It's a big difference, Dennis. Don't think it's close. It's not the same. 5 years is a long time. While you were sleeping, I never stopped.
Отлично, я понимаю всю ситуацию. Ты тренировался, выступал, я болел, начал восстанавливаться. Я понимаю, но я думаю, я готов завтра одолеть тебя.
I understand I slept that 5 years and you have been training for these 5 years, but I get prepared and I will win you tomorrow.
Finally, there we go. You're going to win tomorrow. I hope you put up a good fight, Dennis, because right now I think I'm going to break you in round 1.
Ну, в любом случае, в первом раунде должен кто-то выиграть. Я тоже буду стараться выложиться и не дать тебе эту возможность.
Someone should win in the first round, and I hope it's not will be you.
I'm just mostly upset that you didn't accept the flowers, Dennis. That's going to be the hardest part for me. You know, that's probably the thing that's going to keep me up tonight, that you didn't accept the flowers. That's, I don't know, that's not going to sit well with me tomorrow.
Я уже давно понял это, ну, я же говорю, нам не по пути.
We are not on the same way with you.
Yes, we are, Dennis. We are on the same wave. You and me, tomorrow, same wave. We are here together right now. We're on the same wave whether you want it to be or not. We are on the same wave, my friend.
Ты что-то путаешь. Я про спортивный путь, да, мы все на одном пути, а вот про цветы это не ко мне.
You're making a mistake. In arm wrestling, we're all the same way. But about flowers, I don't think so.
You know, Dennis, you act and pretend like you're so righteous. Why did you call me a clown? Why did you start it, Dennis? Up until that point, I never said a single bad thing about you. Do you know that? You pretend to be so good and so pure. You were the one who started it.
Клоун — это не обзывательство, это призвание. Мы же все согласны, что ты нас веселишь там в Инстаграме. Поэтому что обижаться-то? Что есть, то есть.
Why are you so upset? Clown, it's not a bad word. You make.
Oh, in my culture, it's a terrible word. In my culture, that's crossing the line.
Ну, прекрасно. А для моей культуры нормально.
Okay, but for my culture, it's okay.
Okay, well, in my culture, it's fine for me to call you gay.
Ну, прекрасно.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good, right?
Я же говорю, наши
дружеские человеческие отношения, уже их нету. Поэтому, конечно, не окей.
There is no friendship between us, so of course it's not okay.
Well, it's hard to be friends with somebody that you love, Dennis. I understand. But don't worry, we'll sort it out tomorrow. We can go our separate ways.
Yep.
And we can look back at all of this like a fond memory.
Поверь, я ничего не буду вспоминать, ты просто для меня закрытая книга, вот и все.
Trust me, I won't remember everything. You are a closed book for me.
No. You know, one thing that I have a hard time with is somebody who lies a lot, you know? Shouldn't lie, Dennis. I know that you'll remember. Don't pretend like you won't think about it. You will remember it. I'll make sure of that.
Я помню лишь качество человека и сужу по ним, и живу с этим. То есть ты как бы не произвел на меня впечатления, и я тебе уже дал оценку, и поэтому, если я буду что-то помнить, то то, что произошло в конце.
You're not a high-quality person, like a person for me. So all I will remember in future is your quality, like a person.
A high-quality person that you called a clown before I ever said a single bad thing about you.
Yep.
Я клоуном первый тебя не называл. То есть все началось с того, что мы перенесли соревнования на ноябрь, но после того, как у тебя спортсмен травмировался, ты начал меня обзывать всякими нехорошими словами, то, что у меня не получается выступить в августе. Я не понимаю этой ситуации, поэтому я тебя так обозвал. Какие проблемы?
He said that I was not the first. Your opponent was injured, and you asked me to fight with you. And when I say no, you start telling some bad words.
That is a lie.
That
is a lie.
Let me finish,
Don't
please.
pretend to be all righteous. What happened is I offered you the match, and you criticized me for offering you the match. You said that I was... At first, you criticized me for accepting the match with Gennady. That's how it went. You started to make public videos criticizing me, which I didn't answer. And then you called me a clown and ridiculed me for offering you the match. To me, Dennis, you pretend to be so righteous. You are anything but that, okay? You pretend now, but it's too late.
Ты сейчас перегибаешь, потому что перенос соревнования на ноябрь исходил он от тебя. И потом, когда вдруг у тебя все там заболели, травмировались, почему-то ты переключился на меня с какой-то злобой, с обзывательствами и со всем остальным.
He says that transferring our match to November was your idea. And after your opponent, and after your, let me finish, please. And after your opponent get injured, you ask me aggressively.
Aggressively?
Yeah, aggressively.
Look at the video. I was
You
so
have-
respectful.
let me
I said
finish, please.
respectfully, Dennis, if you want the match, you can have it.
Let
You
me
think
finish,
that's
please.
aggressive?
Он говорит, я не был агрессивный с тобой, я просто сказал тебе, ты не был в агрессивной форме.
Это было, опять же, мне переводили, да, конечно, не в агрессивной форме, но обзывательства были. Я не понимал, почему мы договорились уже об одном, и ты тут начинаешь просить другое, при этом настойчиво. Ну, я думаю, может быть, я, конечно, английского не знаю, но мне досконально перевели то, что с обзывательствами, со всеми остальными. Вот и все. А так, если в целом брать с самого начала, договор был, то, что мы там через полгода поборемся, и у нас как бы матч должен был быть на сентябрь. Ты вставил спортсменов кучу себе. Ну, это как бы твои дела. Но ты как бы должен был про меня не забывать. В итоге я согласился и перенес на ноябрь. Опять же, без всяких обзывательств. И я не назвал тебя очкуном каким-то там. От тебя это последовало.
First, it was September, if you remember. He said, after when you put too many athletes before me, you ask me, let's make it November. Maybe it was not aggressively from you, but someone translate to him that you use bad words, and he doesn't like it. That's why he called you clown.
Just to be clear, I really wasn't all that upset about being called a clown. And I also wasn't really all that upset about being called that I was ducking you for pushing the match. That part didn't upset me too much. It's when your camp crossed a massive line that I would never cross. That's when I got pissed. You can accuse me of being a clown. You can accuse me of being unsportsmanlike, but I don't threaten to murder people. I don't do that. I don't threaten to make people disappear. There's a big difference between war and sport. Tomorrow is Remembrance Day, okay? I'm going to fight you on that table.
Between sport and war, can you ask Denis if they or anyone from his team threaten him?
Like he's going to say that.
Threaten him to kill him or something. Anyone from him or his team?
О чем речь вообще, что ли? Ну, мы до такого бы никогда не додумались, не докатились бы однозначно.
He says that of course not, we never even think about it.
Of course not.
They didn't even think about it?
You should be careful, Dennis, who you muddy your hands with. That's all I would tell you as a friend, okay? Because no matter how much you hate me, no matter how much I've pissed you off, I'll tell you, I actually think you're a pretty good guy. Just be careful who you muddy your hands with.
Я думаю, наша дискуссия зашла в тупик. Спортсмены уже устали. И, наверное, надо заканчивать. Нужно. Завтра поборемся и все решим за столом.
He says that I think our discussion should be over. All athletes are tired from that. I think our discussion should be over with Devon. All athletes is tired from that discussion, and we'll see tomorrow.
Okay, so tomorrow they will pull and solve the problem partly at the table, and that's all. I want to ask the opinion of Levan about this match. He was thinking that Denis was favorite, and then in the last video he said that he saw some weakness with Denis's technique, and he thinks that now Devon has the edge. But from other side, he says that he would wish Denis to win, not because he would want Devon to lose, but he want to pull Denis. So, can you?
Yeah. Big day. Yep. We wait that day, yes, 50 years. When I started arm wrestling, that match is,
yes.
You know, yes. I think winner is tomorrow being Devon. I think that, but match is very close, and we will see tomorrow who will win. I wait my next opponent, but I can fight next year, winner and who is lose.
Okay, you want to pull both of them,
yes.
No matter what the result is.
Yes. And I want to say both of them, who will win and who is lost next year. We will get match.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So next year you will have 2 matches, and you want to pull the both athletes, no matter the result was. Yeah. For sure, one thing. If Denis wins, you're gonna pull against him, and if Devon wins, it doesn't mean that Denis is not gonna get even stronger, because he said that his main goal is you. So a year from now, he will be probably even stronger than how he is right now. So even if he loses, I think he will be a worthy opponent for you. wins or lose, he will be a good opponent for.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I like that confidence. today I asked Levan, I said, like, are you excited to find out your next opponent? He said, I don't have opponent, I have victim, next victim. This is what he said.
My opponent is, me, my opponent.
Yeah, if you are ready.
If I beat myself, I beat everyone.
Okay, we will see. I want to say my opinion about this kind of
And
things.
I say good luck, both of athletes. They are big champions, big match, and we will wait all arm wrestling fans to the match.
Yeah. I want to say about this situation. I'm like from Eastern culture guy, and I understand how Denis feels about these things. But whoever did those death threats to Devon, I will just say I'm sorry, but just fuck you. You should never do that. Yeah, that is not that far. Not that far. You can. Yeah, I understand, and I am telling you, I am from the Eastern culture guy. I also dislike this kind of things, but we shouldn't go that far. Whoever did this, I understand why Devon is angry, but I will also say, and I think that Devon should be happy to hear this, because if it is real, then it would be a problem. I never heard from either Babkan or Denis about this kind of thing. They were very angry. With Denis, I don't know. I know he's upset, but I don't have communication. I don't speak his language. But I know I talked with Babkan. He was very angry about some of the comments, but I haven't heard anything. I know he is upset, but from other side, Devon is also upset because of having those stupid messages. I'm repeating it again. Till now, there is nothing happened, and tomorrow as well, anyone who has any intention to come here, do those kind of things, I will really make sure that he will be regretting all his rest of his life, So I'm happy that both athletes are confident. They said whatever they need to say, and tomorrow at the table, everything will be settled. They will arm wrestle, 100% fair and square match. And for me, no matter who loses the match, there is nothing to feel shame. I am 100% sure it will be a battle. I don't know where the match will go, but I think that we will witness an unforgettable match. And I want to ask to Arsen as well, as we asked to Levan.
Главное, что я хочу сказать, то, что армрестлинг вышел на тот уровень, когда у нас теперь не просто соревнования, у нас теперь целое шоу, так скажем, или целое противостояние. Два великих спортсмена, Денис мой друг, мой товарищ, поэтому я желаю и надеюсь, и верю в его победу.
Arm wrestling right now, it's not just a competition, it's a great show, and I hope that my friend, I wish luck to both athletes, and I wish to Denis to win.
Thank you very much. Arsen and Neil, you want to do the closing?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Just 1 second. Devon, do you have anything else to add? Any last word do you want to add?
I can't wait for tomorrow. 15 years in the making. Thank you so much, Engin. Honored to be here.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I would like to ask the same to Denis, if he wants to add the one last word before we finish.
Удачи и будь готов завтра к сражению.
Good luck and be ready for war.
Yep, that's good. That's good. Be ready for war. Yeah, I like to see Denis that confident with the mindset that good luck. Be ready for war. Okay, go ahead, Neil.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the comments from this incredible field of athletes assembled to contest East versus West 10 tomorrow night. We're just 1 day away. Our headline match, 15 years in the making, two titans in the sport of arm wrestling will finally collide. Engin put together this incredible card. It all goes down tomorrow night. If you've not got your pay-per-view, link is in the description. Get over there right now, get it ordered. We will be getting some questions now from our VIP sections, as far as I understand it. The microphones will be going over to them now.
Hi, everybody. I just have two questions, one for Kamil and one for Devon. First for Kamil.
If you can speak up a bit, mate, just give us
just like that.
My friend, there are like almost 20 VIP. Make sure that just one question, one person. The main VIP only, not the co-VIP, the main VIP only. One question at a time, as I promise you.
Okay, so that question will be for Devon. Who would you consider the most difficult opponent for you amongst the super heavyweight on the right hand at this moment, except Devon? Would that be Vitaly maybe?
Was that for you? Was that for Levon?
For Devon, yeah, for you.
So the question was, who's a difficult opponent besides Levon and Denis?
Who would be the most difficult opponent for you at this moment, except Denis? Would that be Vitaly?
This guy.
Right now?
This guy right here. This is the guy. Yeah.
Like-
very easy. He's very close to me right now.
Yeah, but at this moment, he's not.
Yeah,
like-
even at this moment, even injured, he's still probably the guy. He's just on a little bit of a break. But yeah, so I'd say if you get rid of Levon, I'd say Vitaly, Georgie, Zaur, Rivas, if Gennady comes back. These are the first names that come to mind.
Okay, good night. For Devon again. We have seen how after your fight with Levan last June, your career has been on the rise, and we could say that you are in your best moment now. Do you think there was a before and after since that arm fight?
Man, my hearing is definitely going. Yeah, I'm getting deaf. Yeah. So the question was, what's happened since Levon? Has my level gone up since Levon?
I think so. You are going better after the fight.
Yeah.
I think.
I think so too. So what happened was, when you're very clearly shown your weaknesses, it's easy to make adjustments from there. When you talk about improvement of arm wrestling, it's always about fundamentals. Yes, you have to arm wrestle a ton, obviously, but the way you strengthen yourself is there are things that are the most important parts of the game. You can look at the whole game, or you can look at the very, very most important parts. And the very most important parts are what you must strengthen all the time, repeatedly. So I've spent a lot of time on the most basic pieces of arm wrestling since Levon defeated me.
Thank you.
Hi. Hi, my question to Devon too. Devon, nice to meet you first. And there are many comments in the YouTube, in the internet, that you should be the next Wolverine in the X-Men movies. What do you think about acting career after you finish arm wrestling?
Well, many would say that I'm acting already. I'm actually a full-time clown, part-time arm wrestler. Yeah, whatever. I mean, Jody and the kids are already full-time actors. There's a lot of acting that's done around the house. But as far as that role goes, I think I'm a way better Sabretooth than I am a Wolverine. Wolverine's like 5'4". I think if we could do Sabretooth and Wolverine, Ray and I let our beards grow out, Wolverine and Sabretooth.
So my question is for Ivan Matyushenko. First of all, I'm a big fan of you, so it's very nice to meet you. And so we all know that you're a very fast hook puller, very fast wrist flexion. But have you been training your endurance for this match? Do you think it'll be a war, or do you expect it to be 3 flash pins from you?
I expect, thank you, I expect some flash pins, and
I expect some long matches as well. Maybe, sorry, both of them, quick and long matches.
Hello guys, I have a short question for Devon. After the in Levan match, there was a stop that happened in round 1, right? Do you think that if injury didn't happen in round 2, there was a chance?
I was gonna destroy him. It was so done. I felt it. I was like, I'll tell you, you know, people accuse me of being delusional. People accuse me of, you know, believing things that might or might not true. At the end of round 1, in my mind, I thought I was going to win the match. But it didn't go that way. Levon, yeah, I think it maybe happens again. In what order, I'm not sure. You know, I think that Levon has a date with Denis and myself, you know, and I'm continuing to get stronger at 48. So I hope that next time we face each other, that I will give you a better match and not break before we both come to our full power. And it's a great honor to go against truly who you believe is the #1 in the world. It's a great honor to go across the table from that person. And I do believe very strongly that right now, what we're dealing with is an interim championship. I think that what I have right now, what Denis is hunting, what Hermes had was an interim championship. And next year, that interim title will be gone, and there will be one king.
I have a question for Denis. So first of all, Denis, it's great to have you back, and I think we're all very happy. I have a question about your training after this match. So as you know, 10 years ago or 5 years ago, you used to train with bench press, legs, everything, even the bicep curl, the strict curl. Do you plan to go back to that style of training, or are you just going to focus mainly on table time and not as much bench press, triceps, all of that stuff?
У меня проблема с тазобедренным суставом и с плечом. Я сейчас приеду, вернусь, постараюсь это полечить. Не знаю, мне уже, скажем так, сказали то, что, возможно, нужно менять сустав тазобедренный. Не хотелось бы. Но хотелось бы, конечно, и ноги потренировать, но пока не могу. Видите, хожу, хромаю уже больше года, если заметили. Ну, надеюсь, это вылечить можно.
I have a little bit injuries in my legs, and I don't know, can I train them in future? I will, after this competition, I will talk with doctors, and we'll see what they will say.
Last question, Ozzy. Spin all the way around. Center.
Hello, I have a question for Rustam Babayev. So how are you mentally prepared for the match? And do you think that the previous injury can affect your performance in a way that you will not be able to turn yourself for 100% and due to some caution? Здравствуйте, Рустам. Я хотел вас спросить, есть ли у вас страх, присутствует ли у вас страх из-за прошлого выступления и травмы, которую вы получили? И если да, то повлияет ли это на вас в поединке? Сможете ли вы включиться на 100%?
Ну, я думаю, что такое происходит со многими, что если случается травма, да, у каждого начинает в голове делать границу какую-то, да, и уже так легко не воспринимаешь этот старт, ты не можешь уже так бесстрашно отдаваться взрыву, да, надо как-то себя где-то сдерживать. Ну, да, в голове есть пунктик такой, сейчас хочу протестировать это все. И если все нормально, то есть я уже об этом не буду думать. То есть первый раз оно всегда страшно. И я думаю, что оно не должно повлиять. Это тоже, может быть, много там об этом говорю, но просто была серьезная травма. И, в общем-то, ну, будем бороться до конца. А там, если что, конечно, надо беречься, но так отчаянно уже может не быть там на 100%, 98, 97. А если все нормально, уже будет 100, в следующий раз и буду сильнее и быстрее, и стараться уже не думать об этом.
There are some, of course, limits after you get injured. Most of the time, every athlete will have some limitations in their brain where they just can't go full 100%. So tomorrow I'll test it and I'll see if I have these limitations. I'm hoping I'll be able to fight till the end. Doesn't matter if I have these or don't have these. But given a time for the next match, maybe right now I'm at 90%, I'll be at 100 next time.
Okay, so I have a question for Frank Lamparelli. I'm a big fan of Italian arm wrestlers, and maybe he have same weaknesses as Hermes Gasparini, like for higher leverages, and or what do he thinks maybe he have a stronger cup or riser than Hermes Gasparini?
Penso che comunque che Musk abbia un tiro molto simile al mio e quindi per me è difficile prevedere come andrà realmente il match. Lui è comunque molto veloce, io ho una buona resistenza, vediamo come andrà. Penso che comunque sia molto forte. La mia mano rispetto a quella di Hermes è un po' più grande, io ho un polso forse un po' più forte, questa è la differenza.
So you say that he has a slightly bigger hand than Hermes and maybe a stronger wrist. And regarding to his match with Matt Musk, you say that it's very difficult to predict because Matt Musk is very explosive and has a very strong hand. So it is difficult to predict because of speed is also a factor, and it is difficult to say like before having the actual match how he's going to react to that speed, to the heat of Matt Musk. So it's really difficult to predict.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Green Park Hotel here in Pendik, near Istanbul. East versus West 10, tomorrow night. You've heard what the athletes had to say. We're now going to get some face-offs. You stay in the danger position, I'm going to get out a shot. Let's get this thing done. Ladies and gentlemen, our first matchup is in the ladies division. I'd like you to welcome your athletes now, Rosa Maria Acosta. And she will face the powerful Swede, multiple world champion, Fia Reise. Rosa Maria Acosta, Fia Reise. They start off the card tomorrow night, East versus West 10. Who kicks it off? Our ladies. Ladies first, as is always the case. Rosa Maria Acosta, Fia Reise. Who do you like for this match? It's on. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our first and opening match of the night. We move on to the men's heavyweight division. And we'd like you to welcome these athletes next to the table to square off. But right now, it will be with Engin Terzi. Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Lamparelli, Italy's finest, taking his bow here at East versus West, and at the table he will face the wild horse from Canada. Welcome, Matt Mask. Matt Mask, Frank Lamparelli, chance to size these guys up. Not often. Frank Lamparelli is looking up a little, but today is the day. Matt Mask, the wild horse. He loves you, but he can hate you. That will be our second match on the card, ladies and gentlemen. Who you got? Mask and Lamparelli go next. East versus West 10, second match of the night. Italy and Canada. Our third match, ladies and gents, in the 95 kilogram category, sees two multiple world champions face off. The first of these will pull twice on the card here. He hails from Bulgaria and his name is Sasho Andreev. And his opponent hails from Russia. Welcome, making his debut here at East versus West, Artem Tainov. Artem Tainov and Sasho Andreev, Bulgaria, Russia. Our next match, you can see the frame difference. These guys have met before. A lot of muscle stacked onto those frames. Forearm check. There it is. Cow's back legs. Absolutely ridiculous. Andreev and Tainov. We move back up in weight, ladies and gents, for our next one. And Poland will face Russia. Also making his debut here. Welcome, Kamil Jablonski. Maybe starts as the underdog, but he is a rising star of the sport. He will need to be. The man he faces is a multiple WAF world champion. Welcome, Ivan Matyushenko. Ivan Matyushenko of Russia. Kamil Jablonski of Poland. Size these guys up. Who do you like, ladies and gents? Heavyweight division. Two powerful pullers. They will go tomorrow night. Jablonski looking for the opportunity to make that name. Ivan Matyushenko looking to underline and stamp his authority on the matchup. We move into our next match. Abdulmanov Tazuyev, Kazakhstan. If you like speed, you will love this man. Another blazingly quick Kazakh. And he will look to run through this man. He is not easy to run over. He is a multiple and reigning champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome David Samusha. Tazuyev and Samusha. Speed versus power and endurance. Tomorrow, the belt on the line. What a matchup. Both men look quietly confident. It will be a war. Be ready for this one as Samusha one more time puts that belt on the line. And look at the smile on the face of the Tersey kid. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The big names keep tumbling in. Match number 6, and check this one out. Firstly, he hails from Georgia and is a multiple champion of Europe and the world. His name is Irakli Zirakashvili. And he will face a man hailing from Ukraine, one of the most decorated athletes of all time in the game of iron arms. Welcome, Rustam Babayev! Irakli Zirakashvili. Rustam Babayev, match number 6 on this stacked East versus West 10 card. You can see the frame there. Irakli just exercising the calf muscles there, a few little step ups so he can break his foot off in the arse of Levan Saganashvili, who bet against him today. What is that all about, Team Georgia? There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Zirakashvili, Rustam Babayev. Tomorrow night, we move on to match number 7, and our ladies, a belt on the line, and 2 of the best to ever do it. We want you to welcome these ladies as they make their way up there now. Firstly, she hails from Lithuania and is one of the best we have ever seen in the female sport. Welcome, Egle Hakute. Calm, collected, and so very powerful Egle Hakute. She will face a star from Sweden / the USA. Raise it up and welcome the top row model, Sarah Bachman. Let Kute and Bachman face off tomorrow. Stare down. Who wants it more? Our ladies, what a match that is. Pedigree beyond belief in this one. Both these girls so decorated in the game. Who will be victorious? Who will rise? We find out tomorrow night. The belt on the line for our girls tomorrow. Who you got? Match number 8 on the card takes us back to the super heavyweight division, ladies and gents. And the first of our athletes making his bow here in East versus West. He hails from and is representing Russia. Welcome, Zawa Pazulayev. And his opponent making his way back to the table, representing Bulgaria, bigger than ever, lemon-powered, acid, Georgi Svetkov. Georgi Svetkov of Bulgaria, Zawa Pazulayev. Many people have been saying, how do these guys look stats-wise? Well, take a look at that. There is the picture. You can see not a great deal to choose between them. Neither one of these men you want on the top bunk. Super powerful. Svetkov, Pazulayev, tomorrow night. Super heavyweight division. And we get to the pointy end of the card with our last 3 matchups, ladies and gents, and check this one out. Match number 9. What an incredible battle. Firstly, welcome hailing from United States of America, Todzilla Todd Hartchen. And he will face the reigning and defending champion of the world here at the East versus West. Welcome, Kurdigali Ongobayev. Ongobayev and Hutchins. The first meeting of these 2 guys. Big smiles, but tomorrow night it goes down for the belt. Do you like strength? Do you like technique? Who do you pick? Puzzles to be solved, walls to be broken down. Todzilla and Ongobayev. The story of this match, does size matter? One has gone to the maximum of his capability. The other one, slightly depleted. Who wins tomorrow? We will find out. Firstly, making his second appearance on the card, representing and hailing from Bulgaria. Welcome, Sasho Andreev. The belt comes with Sasho Andreev of Bulgaria. Ordinarily, he would come last unless the man you're facing is this man. Ladies and gentlemen, needing no introduction anywhere in the world of arm wrestling, he is the universally recognized greatest arm wrestler of all time. Welcome the Perfect Storm, John Brazil! You can hear the popularity in the crowd of the Perfect Storm. John Brazink, the best of us, here representing the USA. He has a massive challenge in front of him for the belt. He must try and wrench it from the grip of Sasho Andreev. Has there ever been more muscle stacked onto a frame than you can see on the Bulgarian? Brazink, Andreev. Penultimate match on the card, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night it goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to make some noise in the house? One more match. And here we go. It will be contested in the men's super heavyweight division and features firstly, making his return to professional super match arm wrestling under the East versus West banner. He hails from and is representing the great arm wrestling nation of Russia. Welcome, Thick Shake Denis Siplenko! Denis Siplenkov of Russia. His opponent is the reigning and defending East versus West champion of the world, hailing from Canada. Welcome the Soldier Boy Superman of the Frozen North. No limits, DEVON. You can feel the tension in the room. You can cut the atmosphere with a knife. Denis Siplenkov of Russia. No limits, Devon Larratt of Canada. It will go down tomorrow night for the Super Heavyweight Championship of the world. And Engin Terzi cannot stop grinning. And the guys try to get the mental edge. Larratt and Siplenkov. Super Heavyweight Championship. Neither man will take their eye off the other. Who will leave Turkey with the belt? Canada versus Russia. Siplenkov and Larratt. Ladies and gentlemen, it is on. Mate, we've been doing this a little while. What about that for tension, Engin Terzi?
What are you talking about? Well,
that was pretty dramatic stuff. When you came up here, both men absolutely laser focused, looking at the other one, wouldn't remove their eyes from it. It's hard to take your focus from this thing.
I saw confidence in both guys' eyes. I saw confidence. I didn't think any of them being intimidated by the other one. And I just can't wait for tomorrow. You know, Devon usually wins in the mind games. And this time, I don't see any winner in this game. So tomorrow, we will see two guys with very strong mind having a war against each other. Anyways, that's all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to say a massive thank you for everyone for tuning in and checking out tonight's press conference. Remember, we're just one day away. The talk is over. The time is now. If you've not got your pay-per-view, link is in the description. Get over there, buy the pay-per-view. This goes down tomorrow night here in Pendik. It's on. Siplenkov and Larratt. East versus West 10. Get ready, guys.